TGIF, it's Friday, which means Imitation Game. Gonna start off with an absolutely ridiculous video that I was sent to me, and this came to me by way of Fritz's army, who is from one of many task forces that I'll talk about in a second. But for right now, I just want to show you this video because this is the one use that people have said that the bullet teleport thing would be good for, and they managed to try it out. Just to shout out to Hot Dog Heroes, the 10-member task force, Inside the Box 25-member task force, and Elite Force 2.1 50-member task force. They'll be doing Duplexity every day apparently, looking for members. I'm giving them a shout out. I obviously you should come play for us, but if you don't like us, then you should go play for them. That's simple, I suppose. Now watch this. Gets the shock out on bullet at the right time. If you don't know how to do this, check the cards. I've got a video, shows you how to do this, goes through it bit by bit. Now, watch this. Clearing all of the Humble Pie mines and not getting hit by anything on the way. Just racing up. Watching those mines explode is fairly awesome. Now, obviously, not a complete mine clear. There's still some mines along the alley and all of those sorts of things. But funny. And that's kind of the only use that people have been laughing at. Besides, I mean, there are already some uses in Crab, but as a general rule, that ability is more for laughs than for functions. I kind of assume it will not be fixed in the update, but who knows? Anyways, Imitation Game, as you can see here, people keep asking how I get my VP solo. It's very simple. Just don't attack anything ever, which is why I am parked in a completely inactive task force. This task force, where's the stats? Can we even see stats? We have never ever run an op, so there are no stats, I suppose. Anyways, let's keep going, moving right along on to Imitation Game. You know what? Let's use Warriors. Let's use Warriors for a few stages. I mean, they're not going to get any new bases, so we might as well just use Warriors against the bases we know. Against Tang! Let's go. What's the name of that juice? Like the orange stuff? That, I think it's Tang. Maybe it's Tang. Let's just shock some things. And I gotta say, using Warriors against low-level bases, I'm on my, like, level HQ18 alt or whatever, like my single sniper account. This is how I take down most bases. Warriors with no smoke are so strong at low levels. Just look out for cannons and boom cannons. Anything else, they heal, especially if you've got Kavan. Kavan is super strong for low levels. Just that extra little bit of damage reduction combined with a little bit of healing, and you've got superwarriors.com. Let's go. Getting all of our dudes running. We're going to use a ground flare. Please try ground flares with warriors. It works incredibly well. See how skinny they get? So skinny. Dieting warriors. Come on, dudes. Gotta wait for Brick to arrive. Come on, Brick. Apparently General Masher threw a video about how to use Brick with warriors. Have not watched it. I've got one of my own. Hopefully you have watched it. If not, I'll throw a pin, a card thing. If you don't know what a card is, please hit me up in the comments. It's like that white thing that pops up and it's a suggestion to another video, and that's where the polls are and all of that sort of stuff. And I look at the results of the polls every single day. Let me know if you think I should start posting those in like the next video. I think, because I feel like some people are just coming for the polls at this point I should say. So I'm trying to make them relevant and useful and all of those sorts of things. Now, obviously I forgot to do it last attack, but drop Brick first. That is tip number one. Brick is slower than the rest of the troops, so dropping her first definitely helps. See how much less time we had to wait for her that time? How many times can you say time in a sentence? Let's just shock everything, always. Many shocks. Shocking. Smoking. Very easy. I don't think we've lost a troop yet. Maybe last attack. Don't really know. Okay, stage 3. Come on, Imitation Game. Come on, Supercell. Let's get Imitation Game. Imitation Game could be so good. It's so frustrating. Maybe you guys don't even notice. Let me know in the comments if you even notice. Like, maybe I'm just crazy and paying attention to detail too much, and you guys just attack the bases and don't even think about it, but there are so many repeats on Imitation Game, and it drives me absolutely batty. Can I say batty on the internet? I think so. Let's go. We're gonna get all of our ladies and gentlemen's running. Can we get there like so, I wonder? This is probably a bad idea, but I think we can go like that. Get back under there. Oh, that was tricky. Super, super tricky. I think that's like a Run DMC song as well. Let's get a shock out. Don't want to lose. Oh, we just lost a shucks. Okay, very, very easy for the warrior dudes. Kind of like that little sneaky. Didn't have to use an extra smoke by doing that. So stage 4 against the alphabet goes down. Stage 5. Whew, who are we gonna get? Let's see. Oh, we're on. Pretty easy base. The shock launcher doesn't reach the back of the headquarters, which is kind of strange. Level of 12 mines, not really a concern. Got a boom mine, couple boom mines at the front. So we will, let's just go up the one side. Rather than going up the middle, we'll go up the one side, which should reduce things a little bit. We're going to use our one smoke approach. Straight line all the way down just to get the dudes running in a nice path, and then a ground flare. Always ground flares. Please try ground flares, and if you disagree on ground flares, please let me know as well, because I would love to hear your theories on other ways to do things. Let's go. Brick nice and tight. Very, very late timing on the shocks and smokes and things. Obviously, probably should shock this thing down here. But again, brick with warriors, very, very good. Now, obviously, bullet is probably better, but I don't have bullet. HQ18, HQ46. Oh, look at that! The dreaded. This is the worst possible statue. Let's show those again. Those are the worst possible statue combination. We call that the rainbow statue. One of each masterpiece. This is the sign that you have no idea how to play the game. This is the biggest possible sign. I know what the game, when you try and place a statue, it says you can only have one of each type, but maybe they need to change the wording on that. One of each mat. I don't know the exact wording. Let's try and see what it actually says. Let's try and place this. Deploy. Deploy? Statue? No, I'm not going to delete a statue. So I don't know what it says, but it says something like you can only have one of each type. So maybe, or one of each, yeah, so maybe they need to change the wording, because that, no, are you kidding me right now? This is, I don't even, my mind is exploding right now. Let's go back, I'm at a loss for words right now. Let's check stage 4. Maybe this is like the rainbow of rainbows. 1, 2, 3. Nope, they've got a guardian, so that's good. Stage 5 or 4 knew what was going on. Stage 5. This is just awful. Masterpiece, 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 masterpieces. I can't even believe this. The picking some of the best bases in Boom Beach, and Stage 5 and Stage 6 both have the absolute worst possible statues in the entire game. Like, all masterpieces. Maybe Supercell needs to look at their wording, because that is just awful that this is a thing. I feel like this is not a good base for warriors, so let's switch off. We're gonna try, let's use Zookas. They're a better troop for this base for sure. Man, that is just, my head just exploded right now. I can't even believe this. Let's go. I'm so glad that I scouted it, because I would have totally botched that attack if I would have noticed mid-attack. I just got a bunch of diamonds from that chest. I don't know what it was, but there's a lot there. We're going to go right back in this general vicinity, back in here, because we can then shock 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 6 and 12 and all those sorts of things. Let's go right about here. Man, rainbow statues galore. There's like a clickbait video there where you, like, don't ever do this. The worst statues in Boom Beach. Valentina! Hear that accent? That is why I am not a voice actor. Let's get right into about here just to make sure they go nice and skinny. We're going to use a smoke. and we're gonna walk right... You know what? I'm gonna grab a flare. I'm gonna grab a flare. I don't know what you want to call... Oh, man, I'm gonna hit that mine still, aren't I? Get around it! Please don't be... Oh, man. This is not... If I lose to a rainbow statue account, I might just never live it down. Please don't have any hidden mines somewhere in there. We need to do many shocks. I don't know how many shocks exactly, but there are at least 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. Okay, so we've got this thing down. Moderately tough shock-ish, but not really. Stage 6 goes down. Screw you, rainbow statues. Man, that's embarrassing. Let's have a look at Stage 7. Please, Stage 7. If you can have rainbow statues, it would make my weekend. Now, some of you noticed... Oh... Please, no, that's a guardian. Shucks. Not a good guardian. Looks like they just figured out the fact that they can't have all... Look at this. There are 2... There is 1... Man, it's like Bad Statues Palooza today. This is incredible. Just... hideous, hideous statues. And some of you noticed the fact that it's plus or minus 6 days from my birthday right now. Have been celebrating a little bit. Out for Thursday night beers, which is never a good... it always feels like it's a good idea, but it never is a good idea. Like, there's just no reasonable explanation for why you should be drinking on a Thursday night when you have to work the next day. I know that it's like... There's just, yeah, it's, or is it Wednesday night? I don't even know what day it is. I think it's it's Thursday today, Wednesday last night. Yes, what am I even doing right now? What day is it? Archipelago Day versus Internet Days. Things are very confusing at times. We're not going for the solo. I am just not in the mood for the solo. Let's just clean things up. As you saw by my last attack, things are not going terribly well to start with at the moment. So we're just going to super simplify. I'm going to barrage in here. We will get rid of this dude right here. And then we will also get rid of this rocket launcher back in here, I think is probably a good one to get rid of. Let's throw a smoke somewhere in that vicinity. I'm going to just risk the edge of the smoke here. Oh, look at that. We got it. We risked it. It worked out. And I will throw one more smoke. And we'll get rid of, say, this over here. Please go on the front side. Thank you. And things are pretty much squared away at this point. I'm going to walk up the side, because I always walk up the side. That's kind of my MO. I love walking up there. And we'll park right about where that machine gun is. I'm trying to keep it simple. Imitation Game was fairly weak this week, it seems like. Yes, I'm just double duplicating words over and over again. So we've got a nice little path there. We've got no mines all the way up the side. Actually, you know what? I did miss a mine. Look at that. Perfect. And we're good to go. That should set us up very, very nicely to take down old rainbow statues here. I gotta say, those three bases have the worst statues I think I've ever seen combined between three bases. Like, just hideous. And that's why you scout, so you can see hideous, terrible things that make you shudder and puke in your mouth a little bit. Let's go. Let's get walking and rolling. Come on, ladies. And we'll drop the manliest lady that I know, that is known as Brick, also known as Requiem's girlfriend. I don't know where that comes from. He calls her his girlfriend every time I see him hit an operation. And, maybe that's his thing. To each their own. Let's go. Hopefully I don't fail, because if I do, I'm going to be very, very sad again. This is not a difficult base, and we've super simplified it. Come on, get there. That flare has got to last. Yes, it does. It lasts long enough. Perfect. Okay, so now we've got to go like so. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. It's always nerve-wracking when they peek through the smoke like that, but we managed to keep all of them alive, which in itself is a minor miracle. And we'll flare the core and shock and shock and shock and shock. And that should be about game over. Goodbye. Imitation Game, Stage 7. Very easy. Probably could solo that if you were super skilled and good and stuff, but I don't see the point myself. If they were to add an extra intel or extra rewards for not using attacks, that'd be fantastic. Once more, big shout out to Fritz's Army for that ridiculous, funny, silly video, and that's it. I got nothing else for you. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I shall talk to you soon. I don't have an update yet. Seems like it's going to be next week, just like I said. And have a good one. Talk to you soon. Peace.